Today we are going to go through this slideshow on the moon to make sure you understood everything you learned in the Brain Pop Junior video and while you were going through the Pebble Go slides. First, we're going to talk about the phases of the moon. There are 8 major phases of the moon. We start with the new moon, and the moon gets bigger all the way to the full moon. Then it gets smaller as it works its way back to the new moon. When the moon is getting bigger, we call that waxing, and when it is getting smaller, we call it waning. We are going to focus on 4 phases of the moon and being able to identify those 4 phases. The first phase we're going to be able to identify is the new moon, and that's when the moon has no light and you can't see it up in the sky. The next phase is the crescent moon, and that's the one that we call the banana. Only the banana part of the moon is lit up, and then the half moon, half of the moon is lit and half of it is not, and then the full moon, the whole moon is lit up. The moon's surface. The moon's surface is dusty and rocky, and it has holes called craters, and we can see those from Earth when we look up at the moon. Where does the moon get its light? The moon does not make its own light. The moon gets its light from the sun. The moon reflects the sun's light. The moon and the earth. The moon rotates around the earth. It takes about 28 days for the moon to rotate around the earth one time. And again, here are those 4 phases that we're talking about. The new moon, where you can kind of see the circle there, but it is black and it is all colored in. So if you were to draw it, you would draw a circle and color it all in. The crescent moon, where that banana portion of that moon is lit up and the rest is black. The half moon, where half of the moon is lit and the other half is black. And the full moon, where the whole moon is lit up, and that would be where you drew your full circle and colored it all in yellow if you were drawing it. I hope this was a helpful review of the stuff that you've learned about the moon, and hopefully you will be ready to take your moon quiz.